The basement. You keep me shackled down here, but I wait. Some 5 years have passed since you last visited, but there may well have passed 50 years, as I count no time. The last time you came, you brought your wife. I knew you were through with me. Please let me out. I can't. I can help you. It's gotten out of hand. I don't need you anymore. I can help you. You locked the door. Perhaps I embarrassed you, and you didn't want anyone to know about me. You told her you changed. Nothing ever changes with you, or at least such is the demeanor you project forth to your peers. Or at least, so I assume. At least such is as much a manifestation of actuality as I may derive from the phantasmagoria that sporadically dances upon the walls every time you slip out into the night. But what would I know? I'm upset, weak, restless. I boast no conception of what is and what is not. Why should I? You leave me fettered alone in the recesses of the vault of your esteemed estate. But I wait. I possess nothing of my own. My home is this basement. My friends and family are the sticky things that grow and sprout from beneath age-dusted boxes to creep up the walls, oozing a coveted secret that drips upon my form and rankles me with a sense of being, although a mouldering one at that. Such is how I may feebly attempt to describe the state in which you keep me, but if I am right, who knows? There is nothing down here to see but a blinding darkness loud enough to pierce an eardrum. You have moved on. But the silence is always drawn away by necessity. You don't need me, but I need you. I provide you with all that you lack, things without which you might sink into a pit of utter despondency, a putrid slough laced with nothingness and insecurity. I offer up these things to you willingly, and without your having to even solicit the request. You don't need them, but you would greedily seize them up nonetheless. Of course, you could easily do fine without me, as you had before you had even discovered me. You could, but you don't want to. All you really want is more, and I have no intention of repressing your sheltered desires because I owe my entire being to you. Years have passed, and you remain upstairs. The countless times you would rush downstairs to meet me disappeared. In your mind, the basement never existed. I never existed. You have found a new way of living, and I am not part of it. I hear the wooden roof creak and groan as your footsteps anxiously pace the floorboards above, and I'm reminded that I am not alone. I wait patiently because I know you will come back. You always come back. You must come back. I'm offered a peek into reality when you furtively descend the cold stairs that lead to my chamber. The hesitant ticking of the tiny pins pervades the room as you unlatch the door. Anticipation. The air hangs heavily about me. I gape anxiously as the handle slowly turns, and then stops. My eyes peeled open so wide that they almost pop right out of my skull. Click. The weighted air comes crashing down. You crack open the door. A deafening bar of light charges into the room. I scutter off into the corner as you step aside. You linger a moment, meet my eager eyes with an infected frown, and slink closer to me without saying a word. I have waited. I have dreamed. I knew you would come back. I need you, or rather, you need me. I fill the room in a spell of culminating euphoria as you siphon my offering and fill the coffers of your collapsed ego until they billow forth in a perceived repletion. You continue to glut yourself on my benefaction, and you derange yourself in attempts to satisfy your sateless appetite. Someone calls from upstairs. You wheel around and shoot up the stairs in smothered haste. I am the key to your sanity, and I continue to dwell beneath your feet, waiting. I stretch my neck outwards and strain my ears to make out the muffled hubbub of familiars and the muted clink of glasses as the dinner party ensues overhead. But that which is concealed will not and cannot remain stitched up forever. The seams of the mind, when rushed, eventually unravel into forgetfulness, and such is to my immediate favor. I simply step through the unlocked door and ascend the stairs. The carousing guffaws and I are now but a room apart as I pass through the kitchen. You need me. A wave of boisterous laughter erupts. They all love you. They adore you. But it was I who made you what you are. I burst into the dining room. Reality is sundered. You freeze, and I fill the room. The ring of laughter converges in the center of the room to meet absolute silence. Your dilated eyes meet mine in veritable terror. A woman screams. The guests flee the house. In your attempts to climb higher, you have found yourself lower than ever before. You had the choice to either let me out or to kill me. You chose simply to lock me away beneath your very foundation. It's just you and I now. And that's all you really wanted, right? I can give you all you need. I am all you need. Now I dwell above, and you below. I hear your ceaseless cries to admit the truth. They fill the night, and they fill the silence. You bang on the wooden roof of the basement beneath my feet. You scratch and claw at the lock. But I hold the key.